Yo, what's going on, everybody? With a brand new video for you guys today. I'll try to feeling good. Hope you all feeling good. Looks smelling good. Your boy is back with another FC26 video for you guys today. Hope you're all in good health physically. Trying out some new players, trying out Mbappe, trying out Chris Richards, trying out Evo Ingen, and trying out Diani. Playing some rivals. Let's see what Diani's looking like right here. Is what we gave for her play styles. Not much else really to talk about when it comes to the game. We all are using the same cards essentially, but we all have our own choices when it comes to our playstyle choices. So this is what Yannick's looking like when it comes to her card. And then for Chris Richards is how we have him looking when it comes to his playstyles. Nothing too crazy. Very part of the course for a center back. Then for Ingrid Ingen, this we have for her. So that's how they're looking. We're gonna go ahead and get to rivals and see if we can cook with this squad playing a 4-2-3-1, very attacking version of it. We have Flint playing on Boss Crasher. Everyone else is getting forward. People who playing defense, it's basically just my center backs. So yeah, let's get into it.
Game one of the squad. See, right now this game actually ends in a draw. Just gonna give you a little spoiler. This is one of the most boring matches I've played FC in a while. This guy was just someone who did nothing all game other than just run down the freaking wings with cutbacks. Which in general, the entire session was that. The entire session with a nice little block here and a save from Morche. The entire session was me playing back-to-back games of people who were just trying to run down the wings to do cutbacks. This community is shameless. This community is shameless and skillless and just getting carried by AI defending, right? Which is what this match was. This match was an opponent who was just getting carried by AI defending and kind of just bad gameplay. The gameplay for this session was pretty bad. And it just wasn't fun. Yeah, it wasn't a fun session. This wasn't someone who was any good, but the game ends in a draw for pretty much one of the goofiest reasons of all time, which is, is the end of the game. Essentially, there's 20 seconds left. There's 20 seconds into freaking extra time, stoppage time, and you'll see what happens. But we're sitting here trying to get some things going with Press and Mbappe. But the AI defending. So we can't really find any holes, and Diani's just non-existent. Which has kind of been the issue with her card all year is she's just there, with the fake pace, because no one who has 99 pace in the game feels like 99 pace, because EA has these domiciliary types that compensate for the lack of speed defenders have. As he gets a little through ball through, he tries to go over top pass, and he doesn't get it, but Morche is there with the stop. She had a great game, which makes it how this game ends even more annoying. But hey, again, skill isn't rewarded in this game. Morche gets another good save. Yeah, skill isn't rewarded in this game. Rewards mechanic abuse, AI defending, and getting lucky essentially. I was saying in Rainbow Six Siege, just better be lucky than good. And this guy was supposed to be someone who just was lucky while parking the bus and letting the AI defend for him. So I'm trying to get something going with Mbappe in here, but he feels a little stiff, to be honest with you. Could just be like, again, this seller type being what it is, but Mbappe feels stiff. It's funny because I've used, heavier players than him and, had more success with moving the ball around. So you get a nice little move with some Ingen to Izzy to Flint, looking for somewhere to pass the ball. Get it to Mbappe with some nice pinging of the pass. Couldn't get the pass there to Diani. I wanted to, but it just getting delayed. The pass. That's one of the moments right there where it's like just shows you how this guy just got lucky. Like that should have been a guaranteed goal, but it hits his player, then rolls out of bounds. And he didn't block it. It just bounced off of one of his players and then went out of bounds. As Beckenbauer ties it up. But the entire game, this is just a short, for the gameplay. But if I showed you like the entire game, you would just see like me getting chance after chance, and just getting like blocked, by AI the entire time. And just like, bruh, this guy's just lucky. Nice some Ingen. Like there was a moment of this game, at the beginning of the game, like on the first like 30 in-game minutes, where I had to have more corners than I ever had in my entire time playing FC 26. It was just it was crazy. This is one of them sessions where I just kind of like just felt like, you know what, it wouldn't be so bad to just be like Kenny confusing with Rat, because when the game's just giving someone the ball the way they're giving this guy the ball and having him get the blocks and saves that he was getting, it's like maybe I should just be sitting here doing the same finesse shots the entire game, or playing for cutbacks like a little coward with no freaking skill, no build-up play. Nice from Richards. Just trying to find something. And we do. That's good enough. This is how he wins the game. Well, not wins the game. This is how he ties the game to get the draw. On a set piece, essentially he just passes the ball for a finesse shot. And the easiest goal in the game. All right, game 2, another snoozer, to be honest with you, but at least it doesn't enter a draw, so there's that. Trying to get a ball through the defender, but he gets an interception with his back turned with his magic. Nice little moment for a little port, but we just can't get the possession of the ball. Try to switch, get a great save from Morshey. Try to switch the defenders around, but my left bumper was being a little weird, so I couldn't get the switch I wanted to get. So we had to get bailed out by freaking Morshey, who IRL had her in the USL debut and was freaking phenomenal. Phenomenal. He has a good team too. We'll put some build up here. Mbappe goal. No, you see, like, we're already in the 50 minute. Like, it was just a snoozer of a game. And the entire session was a snoozer. It was the most boring time I've had playing FC in a while. Every game was just AI defending, parking a bus, and just playing for cutbacks. Then it's just me who's actually like, trying to freaking have build up, trying to freaking mainly defend. Everyone else using their best squads. I'm using random, I won't say random players. I'm using freaking new players information every single session and get a nice little cooking with Taylor right here. Trying to pass that to Diani, but EA passed to Mbappe. Diani was offsides anyways, but even still, it's not trying to pass to. Nice from Ingen. Generally, Ingo's having a pretty good day. Generally. A little stiff though. She's 5'11", but she feels like a VVD type player, or when it comes to like just being a big body. And she doesn't have like that agile movement like Rolfo does, who's also 5'11". Just trying to find something. Mbappe doesn't have enough pace right here because of reasons. 99 pace Mbappe, and he couldn't get the ball there and do anything with it. Welcome to FC. Nice Marche again. Alright, so we sub Mbappe out. We need someone who we can rely on. We also put Cascarino in for Diani, because Diani also wasn't able to do anything. Tried to do a ball show right there, but you see it has her run out of bounds. They do a ball show, they do a ping pass. Press with the ball to Mateo. Trying to be patient here, find something to do. Mateo with the bounce pass.
over to Sam
All right,
Coffey, and
next
Coffey
game.
with the chip shot.
So we get going with the squad. We're on defense first here. Izzy Rodriguez with a nice little save. Mike Henton, Michigan GOAT. Over to press Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer off the middle to Mateo. Mateo to Diani. But we can't complete the pass. This Diani card is kind of mid. But she's always kind of been weird in this game. She's had good cards, but a lot of times she just whatever. She can't get the low dribble to pop off for her in that moment. Boom, boom. Over the press. Press with the range and the shot. Goal. At the end of the day, it always comes down to who you can depend on. Nice, so Izzy again. Yanni's on a run, get her the ball. Much like Mbappe, she doesn't have enough pace. Much like Mbappe, she has 99 pace. We had to stop with Diani right there to try to do a dribble move to get around because even though we have 99 pace, we're not fast enough to beat the defenders because this game's this game. With that kind of pass, she should have a clear shot to freaking net with her pace. Nice one, Flint. She's on Bots Crasher, by the way, if you're curious on when we're running. You got Diani on the run again, but again, we take that shot the way we took that shot because she's too slow to beat the defender, which makes no sense because she has 99 pace. The defender does not have 99 pace. The defender is on her heels the entire way, which makes no logical sense. Why give a player 99 pace if they don't have 99 pace? And the response will be, well, she doesn't have lengthy, neither does Mbappe. That's the problem. That's why I'm mentioning it in this video. These accelerator types shouldn't exist. They're compensating for the defense and then punishing the attackers. Nice steal from Beckenbauer. Just can't get it in net with Diani. It's just not happening. So we get going with Mbappe here. Trying to get the ball to Diani, but just couldn't complete the pass. Frank, I don't even know why I tried to cry with Diani because she hasn't done anything. Should have went to press or to Mateo. Speaking of Mateo, immediately impact. That's the difference between those two. With Diani, we're struggling to get any shots off. Mateo, right in net. Speaking of Mateo, over to Mbappe. Mateo gets another run back to her. Try to get that sneaky little pass to Flint, but picked off. No complaints. It is a good, interception. He goes for a bounce pass. We pick that off with Chris Richards. Over to Mateo. Who feels quicker than Diani. Doesn't have 99 pace, but feels quicker than Diani and quicker than Mbappe. Even when you watch the gameplay, she looks quicker than both of them. Nice from Flint. Flint to Mbappe. Oof. He wins it back. All right, Mbappe. Final game for the session. Let's see what we get ourselves going into here. Get the ball to Izzy. Izzy to Mbappe. Mbappe to Flint. Let's take a shot here with Flint. It's a little too wide. Just a wee bit too wide. This guy was just using another one of those people who was just like, run on freaking flanks. That's kind of what this goal was. He used the triple moves to kind of like bait you out of the position so you could just run on flanks. Like imagine like learning to do dribble moves in a decent way because he's doing a decent job with dribble moves, but it's just a tool to try to get a cutback off. We'll throw ball here to Mateo. Get it inside with Mateo. Claude Mateo. Goal. Kept it consistent. Mbappe here. Crazy save. Over the press, goal. Over 1,000 games. Even more goal contributions. Again, go for the cutbacks. We got to deal with these losers who are bad at the game, so you got to freaking try to score cheese goals. While freaking begging the AI to come help them defend. And get everybody freaking back. Get the entire team back on defense. Use constant pressure and two-man press the entire game. And act like they're good. This ball is bouncing like crazy in this moment. We'll pass to Mbappe. Mbappe with the moves inside. Another crazy save from Zinha. Those are goals 9 times out of 10. Mbappe again. Another Zinha stop. Mbappe, this time he gets it. It's a bit of a freaking yawn, but I just want to say good from Izzy. She'd have a very, very good day. Here we go again with him trying to get a cutback off. I don't think a flight still get with that cutback. So it's all these people can do. These people who are bad at the game. If this is how you play the game, you're bad. I don't care what your division is. I don't care how many wins you get in chance. I don't care what you gotta say. If you play for cutbacks, you're bad. And Mbappe just having enough pace here. Score a meaningful goal. Like, create like an actual opportunity. Do some real build-up play. Show me you got some freaking skill. But Diani with this pass. Only thing she can do is dribble. She can't score. She can't really run. Oof. Again, goes for that cutback. More shame with the save. Morche and Izzy were like our defensive freaking like goats. They were just crazy today. Yeah, but once again I got one for a cutback. Get it inside to Shaw. Go Zinha with the save. Honestly, probably should have had like at least 4 more goals than we got, but that was Zinha was freaking cooking. No complaints. When the keeper is on, but not right here. We get the goal. That's gonna be a GG's. Alright, outro times about the squad. Usually it's outros because the things I want to talk about, and what I want to talk about when it comes to like the end here is kind of feeling a little disappointed in performances. Diani didn't really do enough or do much. Like, her dribbling is very, very good, but because of how this game works, people like Diani who had 99 pace, you don't really feel 99 pace, right? I was watching Morsi do a video for Mbappe, and he's kind of saying the same thing about Mbappe. It was like he just doesn't feel like the Mbappe card is good enough. He doesn't feel like Mbappe has like a real 99 pace. And I see other people say that too about other cars. Like these cars don't feel quick. And the reason why they don't feel quick is because of these accelerator types. Control is what a lot of these cars get to a 99 pace, and it slows them down. But explosive as well doesn't do enough because lengthy carries. You know, so if you got explosive cars with 99 pace, but your opponent's using lengthy defenders, it doesn't even freaking matter. Because the accelerator types are carrying defenders to keep up with 99 pace, even though the defender has like maybe like 96 pace at best on the shadow. You know, so
Diani left a lot to be desired. You know, it's been a while since I've used a player who I kind of just felt like, you know, I wanted more. You know, a lot of cards we've been using have been very, very good, but Diani just left me wanting more. Even with Mbappe just didn't feel clinical enough. He didn't feel quick enough. He didn't feel like I said during this video that Mateo has less pace than both of them, but felt quicker. You know, I've used other like taller forwards than Mbappe, heavier forwards than Mbappe, but they felt quicker. It's Mbappe. He shouldn't feel slower than people who are 6'5" or 6'6", but he does for whatever reason for EA. Today's session was very disappointing, but I'm out of here. Deuces.